You made me the villain, my husband slurred after drinking next door while I cried into a towel. I gave my life to everyone. Holidays, rides, babysitting. But when I asked for one ride to my niece's party, they made me the enemy. My daughter rolled her eyes. My family bombarded me with guilt. I still went swimming alone. Now I sleep on the couch while he has his room. And they all think I'm the problem. Last night I sobbed into a towel in the bathroom while my husband got drunk at the neighbors and told them I make him the villain. This morning I woke up and pretended I was fine. I'm not. Let me back up. I have 3 kids. I'm also disabled. Can't drive. Most of the time, my husband or my daughter takes me where I need to go. That's it. My circle. The only way I get out of the house. There are 8 children who make my life bearable, my 3 and my 5 nieces and nephews. They're the reason I'm still here. That's not exaggeration. It's not poetry. It's just truth. I live for them. And for years I've bent my life around keeping them close. I'm the one who organizes summer barbecues just to see the kids together. I give up holidays with my in-laws just to make my mom's gatherings feel whole. Thanksgiving? My husband makes the turkey for my mom every year. Christmas Eve is always at her house. I haven't had a holiday to myself in a decade. So when I said no this time, I thought I'd earned that. My niece's birthday was yesterday. I was told there'd be burgers, water games, just simple family stuff. But my husband didn't want to drive the 40 miles. Said he's tired. He is tired, to be fair. But it wasn't just that. My daughter didn't want to go either. She's 17 and lately my sister's been asking a lot of her help with the babies, rides to the hospital. She's burnt out too. My mom keeps calling her for errands because my sister complains about her car even though I know for a fact her other vehicle runs. So my daughter said no. My husband said no. And that left me sitting alone in the middle of a guilt hurricane I didn't cause but somehow became the eye of. I told my sister we couldn't make it. Gas money was tight. That was true. But when she offered to cover it I had to admit it wasn't the money. My ride just didn't want to go. That's when it started. 3 days straight of messages. My mom, my sister-in-law, all offering gas money, all offering options. Couldn't my daughter just drop the kids off, they asked? Couldn't we borrow someone's car? Couldn't I just try harder? They weren't asking. They were pleading. And I felt every syllable like a bruise. Because they weren't mad at my husband. They weren't mad at my daughter. They were mad at me. I went swimming instead. 2 hours trying to pretend the sun and water were enough to drown the pressure building in my chest. It wasn't. I got a migraine so bad I had to leave early, crawl home, and sleep through the rest of the day. My body gave out before my spirit did. When my husband got back from drinking at the neighbors, he was loaded and cruel. Said I'd made him the villain. Said I turned the whole family against him. I didn't argue. I never do when he's like that. Because when he drinks, which isn't often anymore, thanks to me, it flips something inside him. He turns cold. He says things I think he believes sober but is too cowardly to say. He told me the real reason he didn't want to go to my mom's. She talks bad about Trump and he's tired of listening to her. That broke me more than the drunk insults. Because I've sat at his family's table and listened to them call people like me names. I've listened to them mock every value I hold and I never say a word. I eat the meal. I smile. I do it for him. But when it's my turn, when it's my mom's house, suddenly it's too much to bear. And he knows my family's not perfect. He knows my mom says things that sting. But he also knows I go anyway. Because I believe in showing up. Except no one shows up for me. When my kids have birthdays, no one comes unless I throw the party at my mom's house. When my family goes swimming, they don't invite me. I find out from pictures. My wedding? The only people who came for me were my children and my best friend. The rest of my family said they had been exposed to a virus and skipped it. They were all cleared the next day. I wish I was surprised. And now? Now I'm the problem again. Because I couldn't guilt my husband into taking me. Because I couldn't make my daughter drive. Because I couldn't be in 2 places at once and please everyone. But I tried. God, I tried. I tried so hard I broke. I live on the edge of panic most days, trying not to upset the people I love. My daughter drives me with an eye roll and a timer. My husband avoids me unless he wants something. My family only reaches out when they need a babysitter, a ride, or a guilt trip. And still, I keep showing up. Because I thought that mattered. But this week, it didn't matter. This week, I let everyone down because I couldn't magic a ride out of thin air. And now I'm the villain in everyone's story. My husband told me last night he's not leaving. He says he doesn't want to split up. But we don't even share a bed anymore. He has his room. I have the living room. He drinks when I'm not watching and accuses me of making things up when I catch him. He doesn't get help. He doesn't want help. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a life that I didn't choose but can't escape. My mom said she won't take me and the kids again. My sister won't help. His family won't interfere. And I don't make enough to survive on my own. So I stay. And I wait for the next holiday. The next invitation I can't make. The next round of shame. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm too tired to plan. Too broke to run. Too heartbroken to even hope. I just needed someone to hear me, even if it's strangers. Date 1. The day after I posted, my mom called me 4 times. She didn't leave a voicemail. But the last text she sent said, "I don't understand what's going on with you lately. You're acting like a victim and it's getting hard to watch." I stared at the screen for 10 minutes before deleting the message. I didn't respond. Couldn't. Because if I did, I'd say something I couldn't take back. Instead, I sat on the edge of the couch bed I sleep on, in the silence of a house I no longer feel like I live in. My husband was in the other room with the door closed. My daughter had taken the car to the store. My younger two were watching cartoons. I was alone, but not the good kind of alone. The kind of alone where even your breath feels too loud. So I did what I always do. I cleaned. I swept under furniture no one notices. Scrubbed the stove that no one thanks me for. Refilled the soap bottles. Organized the medicine drawer. Little rituals to distract my hands while my head screams. That night, my sister posted a picture of the birthday party I missed. All the kids were there: water hoses, burgers, cake. My niece was wearing a pink crown. My youngest son was in the comments asking why he wasn't there. I didn't answer him either. My stomach sank so hard it felt like it dragged the rest of me down with it. It wasn't about missing a party. It was about the pattern. The feeling that I am the only one who bends. The only one who rearranges her spine into apologies and sacrifices and errands and still gets called the problem. My husband came out around 10 p.m. Still smelled like beer. He didn't speak to me. Just grabbed a pack of crackers and went back to his room. No eye contact. I wanted to scream, or throw something, or cry. Instead, I folded laundry. When I finally collapsed into my makeshift bed, I couldn't sleep. My head hurt. My legs ached from doing too much with too little again. My thoughts wouldn't shut up. I kept replaying something my mom said the last time I told her I couldn't make a family event. Well, we all make time for the people we care about. That was her way of saying, you don't care. But I do. I've always cared. That's the problem. I care until I bleed. She doesn't see how much I've given up to keep this family from cracking apart. How I swallow my opinions, my sadness, my exhaustion, just to make sure everyone else gets to smile at the barbecue. She doesn't see how I haven't had a birthday celebration of my own in 6 years. How my kids' parties only happen if I beg for help. How I spent last Christmas wrapping discount gifts while my husband got drunk on eggnog and fell asleep in his chair. They only notice me when I'm not there. The next morning, my husband finally said something. Sat down at the table and looked at me with that fake calm voice he uses when he wants to avoid being the bad guy. "I think your mom's turning the kids against me." I laughed. Not because it was funny. Because I couldn't believe that's what he was worried about. Not me. Not how I cried myself to sleep. Not how I've been doing everything alone. He's worried about being unpopular. I told him the truth. "You're doing that yourself." He didn't like that. He left. Slammed the door. Didn't come back for hours. Later that night, my daughter told me she's tired of being my chauffeur. That she feels like a taxi driver. That she's not just here to drive people. I didn't yell at her. I didn't guilt her. I just nodded. Because she's right. She's a teenager. She shouldn't have to be my lifeline. But she is. And so is he. And when both of them refuse to help, I disappear. My sister texted me this morning. "Are you coming by at all this week? The kids miss you." I typed out 3 different replies. Then I turned off my phone. Because I'm done begging for space to exist. I've given everything I have to these people, and they still act like I owe them more. So here's where I'm at. I'm still here. Still on this couch. Still exhausted. But something has started to shift. Not all at once. Not like a movie moment. But like a slow, cold realization. I'm not just tired. I'm angry. And maybe for the first time in my life, I'm letting myself feel it. Update 2. 2 days ago, I broke a plate in the sink on purpose. Not because I was mad. Not in some cinematic smashing glass way. I just held it under the running water, let it slip, and didn't try to catch it. I watched it shatter. Listened to the sharp crack echo in the kitchen. Then I swept it up, threw it away, and went back to doing the dishes like nothing happened. No one noticed. Later that night, I found a text on my daughter's phone when she left it charging in the bathroom. I wasn't snooping. It lit up while I was brushing my teeth. The preview said, "She acts like she's my problem. I'm not her emotional support Uber." It was to her friend. About me. I didn't say anything. I just sat on the edge of the tub and tried to breathe through the hollow that was eating through my chest. She's not wrong. But it still felt like getting kicked in the ribs by someone I built my life around. That same day, my sister sent another message asking when I was going to make things right with Mom. Make things right? I've been making things right since I was old enough to notice they were wrong. I've been the family fixer. The peacemaker. The driver of every apology train. The one who says sorry even when I'm the one bleeding. And now? Now they're waiting for me to come crawling back because I didn't have the energy to drag myself to a barbecue? This is what being the reliable one gets you. You miss one thing and suddenly you're the problem. I've started sleeping in my oldest son's room when he's at his dad's. The couch feels like a punishment now. Like a reminder. So I sneak into the twin bed, curl up under his faded Minecraft blanket, and pretend I'm 10 years younger and still had hope. My husband hasn't spoken to me properly in 3 days. He's in his room. I'm in mine. We live like ghosts now, passing each other silently in the hallway, sharing a fridge but not a life. Last night, he opened a beer right in front of me. Didn't even try to hide it. Just stared me down while he twisted the cap off like he wanted me to say something. I didn't. He kept drinking. I kept folding towels. I used to tell myself I stayed because I couldn't leave. Financially. Logistically. But I'm starting to wonder if I stayed because somewhere deep down I wanted someone to notice I was drowning. They didn't. They watched me go under and handed me a towel. I got a message from my sister-in-law this morning. One sentence. The kids keep asking why you don't love them anymore. And that was it. No, how are you doing? No, is everything okay? Just weaponized disappointment. I wanted to scream. Instead, I walked outside, barefoot, and sat on the porch until my legs went numb. The neighbors probably think I've lost it. They wouldn't be wrong. I haven't spoken to my mom since the party. She's still posting pictures of the kids like everything's fine. Still tagging me in memes I don't respond to. Still pretending we're close. Still pretending she's the glue when she's the crack in the foundation. I told my husband last night that I want to go stay at a shelter. Not because I need a bed. Because I need silence. He laughed. Said I was being dramatic. Said I wouldn't last a week without someone waiting on me. That's when I realized he doesn't see me as a person anymore. He sees me as a burden. Something he hauls around to keep up appearances. The disabled wife he can use as an excuse. The selfless caretaker he gets to resent in private. My daughter barely looks at me. I'm the drain on her freedom. My family sees me as a missed seat at a birthday party. And I honestly am starting to see myself the way they do. A mistake. A responsibility no one wants. A presence everyone tolerates until I say no and then I'm the villain. So here's where I'm at. I didn't eat yesterday. I didn't even notice until my son asked what was for dinner and I realized I hadn't gotten off the floor in 3 hours. I don't want to die. I just don't want to do this anymore. Not like this. So I'm making a plan. Not to leave. Not yet. But to disappear differently. Quietly. I'm going to stop answering texts. Stop showing up. Stop trying to explain myself to people who already decided what I am. And when they notice I'm gone, when they finally call for something and realize I'm not picking up, they'll sit in the silence they left me in. And maybe then, just maybe, they'll understand what they threw away. Update 3 final. It's been 17 days. No one has come to the door. My phone is silent now. I turned off the ringer after the 5th day and left it buried in a drawer beneath expired coupons and an old Christmas card from my sister that says, family means no one gets left behind. Funny. I've been here the whole time. I stopped speaking, stopped offering, stopped appearing. And just like that, everyone adjusted. Like I was never essential. Like I was never anything more than background noise they'd gotten used to tuning out. My husband hasn't asked where I go during the day. He doesn't notice when I sit in the backyard for hours just staring at the brittle grass, holding a cup of water I never drink. He comes home, disappears into his room, emerges for food or alcohol, and vanishes again. We're two ghosts haunting the same ruin. My daughter walks past me with headphones on, eyes blank. She doesn't look anymore. Doesn't ask if I need anything. I've stopped asking too. Last week, I left dinner uncooked. No one said anything. They microwaved leftovers and called it a night. The next day, I didn't speak a single word. Not one. It felt like a funeral inside my chest. Quiet, respectful, final. I didn't cry. I just stopped existing out loud. My youngest son asked me 2 nights ago if I was okay. He's the only one who still sees me as a person. I told him yes. I lied. I spend hours online now, scrolling through shelters, bus schedules, anonymous message boards. Reading about women who left with nothing. Reading about women who stayed and lost everything. Trying to figure out which one I'll be. I think I know. This morning I packed a bag. Not a dramatic suitcase. Just a tote with my meds, a change of clothes, a charger, and a book I've read 3 times but never understood until now. It's about a woman who vanishes. Not all at once. A little more each day until the people who claimed to love her couldn't even remember her laugh. I understand her now. I left a note in the bathroom cabinet. Not for them. For the police in case they decide to care after the silence gets loud enough. It says, I tried. That's all. I sat with that bag on my lap this afternoon waiting for the moment to move. For the click of resolve. For the final straw. But then something strange happened. My mom showed up. Not at my door. On my lawn. She didn't knock. Just stood there, arms folded, sunglasses on, like she was posing for a sympathy campaign. She was on the phone. Probably my sister. Probably mid-lie. She said loudly. I don't know what her problem is. She's always been dramatic. Ever since she was little. If she didn't get her way, she'd sulk. Classic manipulation. She never looked toward the window. She didn't know I was watching. Didn't know I heard her reduce decades of silent labor, sacrifice, pain, to drama. I didn't go outside. I just sat there, staring at my own reflection in the glass, watching her shape the narrative again like wet clay. Eventually she left. No knock. No concern. Just performance. She doesn't know she closed the door for me. I'm not going to a shelter. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to vanish the only way I still can. Inside myself. I'll stop trying to make them see me. Stop trying to matter more than the space I take up. I'll raise my youngest and give him everything I can. And when he's old enough, I'll go. I don't mean in a coffin. Don't worry. I'm not unalive. Not yet. But emotionally? Spiritually? I'm done being the elastic thread everyone pulls until it snaps. I'm not broken. I'm discarded. That's worse. Because broken things get fixed. Discarded things just get replaced. So here's how this ends. No blowout. No confrontation. No redemption arc. Just a mother in a quiet room surrounded by people who once claimed to need her. Realizing she was never the heart. Just the glue. And now that she's stopped holding everything together, they've already moved on. Final note. There's no epilogue here. No uplifting twist. No last-minute rescue. Just silence. And a bag in the closet. Still packed. Just in case. Because maybe one day I'll open the door and finally leave without apologizing. Not because I have somewhere to go, but because I'm finally ready for nowhere to feel better than here.